Today's video, we'd like to talk about our channel and where we've been. If you've been keeping up with it, then you may notice that there's been a lack of videos in the recent days. Well, today we want to answer why and this happened and explain what's next for the channel. First of all, we've had to deal with finals. A couple of weeks ago, it was a week of finals, meaning that we decided to be responsible people for it, and not only decided to focus on studying for school instead of making YouTube videos, but also make sure that we do them properly and not spend time doing this. We also wanted to make sure that we had a bit of us time while doing so to make sure that we didn't, spend all the time working. So, yeah, it was a rough couple of weeks. School is our first priority, and the channel will probably always come last. The channel just acts as a way to vent our frustrations and show what we like to do and express it across the internet. School will always come first, especially considering we don't intend to do YouTube for the rest of our lives. Meaning we need good grades and GPA to get into good schools to further our education. Another problem was that, well, we went through a snowstorm for a week, which cut off power and prevented us from really doing anything. It wasn't really in our control at all. Now let's talk about our scripts. This is the part of the video that usually takes the longest, because what we usually do is start the script and go about halfway through it before we decide that it's either a bad idea or we get lazy, or we think of a better and smarter script. Basically, we start the script and then halfway through the script don't finish. This is actually quite common in the YouTube world, but it's kind of a problem. Usually, once we have a completed script, the video doesn't take long to complete, because by the time we're out of the recording and editing phase, we're committed enough to not want to quit the video. But currently, we are in a stage where we haven't had either enough time to finish writing the scripts or even, commit to one fully. Now on to the topic that seems to be circling the internet and by extension YouTube itself. Let's talk about the retirement trend. So if you've been living underneath a rock in Antarctica and you haven't heard about this, basically a bunch of big time YouTubers have been retiring. A couple of examples are Game Theory, MatPat. MatPat's a good example. There's so many other YouTubers who are retiring and have announced it months, and well, why are they doing this? Well, for one, performance is always a major concern for YouTubers, and there will always be the concern that a video won't perform well, meaning that the video was a waste of time. Another thing is that if YouTube is your main job, then usually that's all you will talk about when you're doing regular things like eating meals. MatPat kind of made this clear. Another thing for smaller YouTubers is the way the algorithm works. This is less of a concern for the YouTubers that I mentioned earlier, and more of a concern for YouTubers like me, channels that are still trying to grow. Basically, for channels in the early stages of their development, YouTube algorithm doesn't really support us all too well, meaning next to nobody knows about us because of what YouTube contributes to and puts up. This is, in turn, what gives us little reason to keep pursuing a YouTube career. The only reason why new YouTubers can get a necessary jump start to their channel to put them on the map is if a popular YouTuber sees their channel and makes a reaction video to it, and that's usually about it. Final concern I'll mention of this topic is that of trends is, well, one way the YouTube algorithm works is based upon the idea of trends. Like if a new game comes out or a new film is released or a certain meme gains popularity, then it'll be trending for a given time, and YouTube will be more likely to support the channel if you post about that thing, which makes sense. Also means that when this period of time runs out for that certain topic, well, YouTube will less likely to want to support your channel because the trend is over. It's now a dying thing that no one will care about. Problem is that trends last for a short amount of time. Usually it lasts for a maximum of like 3 days and a week if you're lucky. This means you need to be very quick on trend, and so that you don't post the video past the good time. That's why it's a bad idea to post, say, the video series of a playthrough of MK11 story months after its live service has ended. This is less of a concern for our channel because our channel is less concerned about trends and more concerned about topics like films or TV shows that we hold near and dear to our heart. Now, time to answer a question. We're not retiring from YouTube. No, we're not doing that. We're too small for anyone to care. Eventually, we probably will retire, especially after we graduate high school, as we won't be living in the same building anymore. But that's not coming for a while. We only have 2 videos in the works in case anyone was curious. One of the videos is a review of the What If Season 2. This has been on the work since before Christmas. That's how old that script is. And another one is our favorite movie, which is Whiplash, a review of that film because we liked the film, and since it had such a good performance by J.K. Simmons, aka everyone's favorite Eminem. Anyways, thanks for watching, and make sure to like our video that we post soon. We have some good things planned for the future, and soon we're going to actually start posting.